Hello and welcome to the channel. Very excited to start a new game and a new playthrough with the latest update number 3, the Firearms update for Into the Dead Our Darkest Days. I'll cover some of the other additional content that came with this new update, and we look forward to yet another update coming in September, which it promises to have a new escape plan. If you enjoyed this video, please take the time to give a thumbs up like and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the new update. And if you enjoy this kind of content, please consider taking the time to subscribe to the channel, where we have lots of other games that I like to play. You might find some other detailed walkthroughs that you may appreciate. So all of that being said, let's go ahead and start this new game. And one of the newest features is you now have a custom difficulty setting where you can adjust things as phases between barricade attacks, rest, hunger, all kind of things to play through, starting resources, and the option to restart phase upon death. You know, that is something that I'm going to click. I'm going to take advantage of that one. Now before, just to show what would happen if I hadn't chose it, you start off with the normal preset. So you could change it here. This is what hard looks like. This is what casual looks like. We'll leave it on the normal preset other than changing this. All right, I currently have the sound turned down. We'll go ahead and skip through this. I'm hoping that either you've already seen it or you could watch this on your own time. I believe we're going to start off with a new set of survivors. To test the new Firearms update, I'm going to choose this pair, Sebastian with his gunsmithing skills and his marksman skills. Let's see how they fare with this new update. So we'll do a little ditty about Sebastian and Dianne doing the best they can to survive the zombie apocalypse. And also, I've been keeping this I'm new to the game tutorial setting. I think that if you do get rid of this, you'll start off in random locations. I think that to get started, this is the best option. So that's why I've kept this tutorial setting. Okay, so not much to do here at the first day. So we're going to let Daphne go ahead and get some sleep. Let's see, where's the bed here? Also, I'll mention, you may not have noticed, but different beds give different levels of sleep. And the bed here is one of the better ones. It recovers at a 70% as opposed to, or 70 points versus the 30 points of some other beds. So a good reason to come back here whenever you can. And we're not going to worry about the barricades because to follow the tutorial, we're going to have to leave here for the record store anyways. So we'll save our resources for that. And they're going to direct us, of course, to go here to 319 Schrader, or our current shelter, I'm sorry, is 319 Schrader. They're going to ask us to go here to 38 Irving. No problem. All we need to do is take these lockpicks. It's pretty much a scripted cakewalk, not a problem. Matter of fact, with other duos that I pick, a lot of times I'll let Leo sleep and send Daryl out for this one. You know, same thing with Daphne and Penny. I'll send Daphne out. But seeing how Sebastian's in good shape and Dianne needed the nap, I'm going to go ahead and let her sleep. And this is a pretty straightforward business here. If you have any experience with the game, like I said, this is pretty much a cakewalk. Just introduces you to the basic concepts. I'm going to assume that many of you have already been playing this game and are just as excited as I am to see how this new third update will affect things. But just to be on the safe side, we'll go ahead and take it kind of easy just in case things have changed. Make sure that one's not walking around now. Nope. Still just going to be hanging out. Let's go up and get our new locations as well as weapon. We'll get in our sneak attack. I've noticed that in many playthroughs, this zombie is always unique. Sometimes it's old grandma, sometimes it's a cop. And unlock the shed. Very important that we brought these lockpicks. Oh, it looks like we're getting weapons parts right off the bat. That's fantastic. We'll take all those. And even if you get, even a light backpack character should be able to pick up everything on this first run. And back to Schrader Street we go. Again, we're not going to worry about the barricade because we won't be staying here. Another mechanic that may not be obvious in the game, as you see, like currently, our current zombie attacks are just reducing our barricade by 1 level. You can see that by the flashing red light. The more days you stay in a shelter, the more intense the attacks become. I guess the zombies zero in on you and start to swarm. So that's one reason for either moving a lot or spending the time to have better barricades. All right, looks like she's up from her nap. Sebastian's in pretty good shape now. The kind of part of the problem is if we go to Dianne here, her drawback is that she is not a good craftsperson. Now, it just says that the barricade repair is less effective, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to use Sebastian for crafting. Because we should have enough, yes, to upgrade. Is that right? Yeah, upgrade our workbench. So we want to do that. And make a set of the lockpicks that we lost. And we're going to send Dianne out to the record store, which is the scripted event. That's the one kind of downside of maintaining this tutorial is it doesn't give you any other option but to hit value records. But that's okay. We can always come back to Schrader with our comfy beds. And as I like to say, make sure everybody has a job to do, and we're off. Make sure that this is the same. We should get an easy sneak kill here. As long as Mr. Fumble Fingers doesn't let us down. There's our. And that doesn't seem to bother the zombie upstairs, which is just fine with us. Let's see, this door is, yep, still barricaded from the other side. See what kind of goodies we get here. You know, I'm going to save the hatchet because I sure really like the hatchet. Oh, no. Sorry. Go back. We're going to equip the guitar. That's not a long-term weapon. So now we're going to wait till this zombie. You can go about halfway up these stairs and remain unseen. And what I'm going to do is, it's kind of hard to make that corner and catch her. This is a safe room. So I'm going to close this door and then peek through here. I think this is the best strategy for catching this zombie. Again, nothing of note there, so we'll keep going in this direction. More stuffs. Now, we don't have to take everything. Okay, good. Still nothing here. So we're going to move here as a base, so we can definitely leave a few things. Coast is clear. Let's see, we should be getting a sneak kill here. Yep. Come on. Oh. Kind of blew. So there's that. I'm going to leave those. I'm going to leave these bottles. We don't need those for this run through. I'm going to leave this beer. I definitely want to take all the crafting stuff. Now, if you go downstairs, you'll see, and I'm going to edge slowly down, that this door is open, and there is if you look at the far right bottom corner, a zombie staring through there waiting to pounce. So we want to take the long way around. Let's see, I did loot in here, right? Yes. So we can go up here to the roof, and there's usually a nice stash right down here. And if you're new to the game, there is no time limit here, like in this war of mine, where you only had so much time in the evening. So it's perfectly okay to crouch and take your time exploring. You're going to need that patience. Now, we can hop down here, down to this balcony, and then down one more. And this is the way to get that one from behind, because he just sits there, or she. Allowing us another easy stealth kill. And again, as long as you open these, you don't have to take everything. It'll be here when we get back. A grenade and some bullets. A revolver ammo. Well, we'll get the revolver soon enough. And a grenade. We'll need that for... There's some zombies towards the end of the game that pretty much the grenade is the current only solution. We'll have to see if these new firearms are now possible. If it's possible to take out the super zombies. And we're back with lots of good stuff. And we should now have, if you scroll down here to our workstations, you can see we now have a workbench level 2, which is good. And there's really no sense in doing anything else here because we are going to, as the tutorial demands, move shelters. And you can see the stuff that we left is still there, but the threat level is 0. You want to make sure that you've cleared out every single zombie. It's really annoying not to be able to move your base because there's one left somewhere. So that ends the tutorial portion, which is great. All right, we see that Sebastian needs some more rest, but you know what? We've got stuff to do. Let's see if we got enough to do any more, craft any more. Okay, yes, we can make a weapons bench now, or we can make a cooking area. Or we can make a dismantling bench. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and go for the cook station. Now, if we wanted to do upgrade to cook level 2, you see that we're going to need these brackets, fasteners. That will become a bottleneck. Whenever you see those, do not leave those around. And then that's also going to leave us enough scrap on the next turn to build a weapons bench. So Diane, we're going to let you go. You can go hungry a little bit. We're going to have that problem solved here pretty quick. Because the next place I suggest you go is down here to Value Records. Because we're going to pick up Joe. I said Value Records. I meant Texway Gas. So we can pick up Joe. And we should be good there. All right, everybody's got a job. Now this one can be a little bit tricky. There's a zombie just inside the gas station. Now I'm going to go ahead and I think it's safe to loot here. Now you got to be really, really careful because what we're going to want to do is, because he will spot us. I'm going to wait till, oops, see. Just in case. Yes, he will hop over that car. Like I said, this can be really tricky, but if you can get past him, we can jump on the awning and get to the second floor. There we go. So that's what you have to do. You kind of got to make sure you get him all the way to the car. And here's where we'll pick up Joe. It's your lucky day, Joe. Well, really, it's our lucky day. And I'm going to go through this pretty quick, but in your playthrough, you can Joe's been trying to make it to his dad's place. And then you have to go back and see how it has the plus in the middle of the survivor head. You do have to go back and hit that again, or you will lose the survivor. If any of you were following in the last series, you'll see that we accidentally missed somebody because we did not go back. It was Barb, someone as critical as Barb, because we did not go back and click on the add survivor. Yes, we're happy to have you because he's got extra backpack space and he's a gearhead, so he gets more stuff for dismantling, which you'll find is very helpful when it comes especially to wood. But when he gets hungry, he loses morale. That's his drawback. You won't regret this. No, we won't. That's why we came here, Joe. So you're not going to get everything here the first time. I'm going to leave this rock. If I find some junk food or some more, I might. Okay, so let's go back. Wait on this walker. Again, there is a little hiding place in here, but we're just going to be patient and wait for him to come back. Well, I lied. There's not a little hiding. I thought there was a little hiding place right there, so it's a good thing that we were patient. Get another stealth kill weapon. Oh, and while I'm in the inventory, you definitely want these boxes. These boxes can break down into 6 wood in the dismantling bench, especially with Joe's dismantling skill. Again, this is where our wood is going to come from. See nobody. If you watch Zombieland, make sure always check the stall. Let's see the cloth. I'm trying to see what can we leave behind. We'll come back. I want that duct tape before we leave. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the, let's see, yeah, we got 1 stealth kill here. Now we want to be careful because I believe there is somebody up here walking around. We just have to be patient. I think I have the master volume turned up to about 30-something%. And the effects turned down to about 25%, music turned all the way down. But if you do want to hear the zombies a little bit better and the effects of their footsteps and such, you might want to turn the volume level up. There we are. Just had to Get past the little dialogue. We'll wait for you to turn around and take the long walk back to the left, and that's when we'll have our stealth kill. There we go. That creates a free let's see, we should be able to get, 4 gears. I'm going to leave the food. We get some new locations. Fire station being an important location, but it's a much higher threat level. Okay, so this is going to be the safe way Come on. Go down. Come on. There we go. That's the scissors. Now you do want to walk out here because there's this clue. Starts the network quest. Now if you keep going, you're just going to wind up going back to the shelter, but we've got something to take care of here. Let's go ahead and going to have to be kind of patient and wait for them to come back. Let's go up here and hide. Sometimes I like to count to 20 silently in my head. All right, maybe safe. I'm going to leave the beer. These are valuable. I'm going to leave this bandage to get the gun part. Nope, and there he is. We'll just wait for him to come back. Because we can send Joe back to clean this place up. All right. Also, another little mechanic that may not be obvious is the weapons do take less damage from stealth kills than from regular kills. Well, let's see. I really want that screwdriver and that brick. But Joe, you might just have to come back for this stuff. You know what? I am going to take that screwdriver. And one thing we can do is this. I'm going to take this junk food and we can eat it here. That puts Dianne in pretty good shape and opens up a spot. Unfortunately, you cannot stack the boxes. Oh. Somewhere I left the lockpicks. I knew I brought those lockpicks for a reason. Did I leave them here? I did. Okay, we'll come back for the screwdriver. Let's see, can we get an extra cup? No, you only have 2 cups of coffee. But this is a fantastic weapon. Oh, that's great. This is going to be good stuff. Good stuff. You know, I'm almost tempted to leave this box. So we can take some of this extra wood that we found. Because we don't have the dismantling station yet. Okay. All right, Joe, come back for all of that. Yeah, you're going to enjoy having Joe as a cleanup guy. That's one of the reasons we came here right away. All right, good stuff. So we see the barricade just took 1 hit. That's okay. As a matter of fact, and then there's our clue. If you want to keep track of those, you can go up here to this missions, and you see we've started this network escape plan. You need 3 leads, at which point you get rewarded with hope. Now, these can only kind of be in the southern part of town where we'll find these. And as you can see, more plans coming soon. Really looking forward to the September update. So here we have Joe. He says he ain't scared. That's good. Joe, let's go ahead and give you some of this junk food. Get you in good shape because you're going to go back and clean up the gas station. So that we can move there and not having to worry about repairing the barricades here. So you're going back to the gas station. spare to scavenge. He really doesn't need to take anything, but just in case, let's take the frying pan. We could just go ahead and move now, but I want our other survivors to do some stuff before we move. So we can see Sebastian's still a little bit sleepy. But you might just have to drink some coffee. Well, let's test our theory. Let's go to the crafting station. And build this dismantler. And Diane, I'm going to put you to cooking. Not trying to say that's a woman's job, but you just happen to be available. Which brings us up is another important character we'll find is we've got a good cook. So it's, even though it says there's a threat level of 0, that does not mean that there could not be sleeping zombies, like you see the one that's resting up against the car right there. So if you just walk into an area, it is possible to get attacked by sleeping zombies. You can see Joe quickly filling up. There you go, big fella. Nope, come on. Now, also, that's another thing. Why am I grabbing these boxes? Because they're worth more than 4 wood. And the same thing, why am I getting these jeans? Because they're worth more than 4 cloth. I'm going to leave that rock. I'm going to leave the seeds. And I think I'm tempted to leave that 1 gear. I mean, the seeds aren't going to do us any good. That should be just about everything. Yep, Joe's full up. And let's see, I think that was just the rock, right? Yeah, I'm leaving the rock. This brick is much better option. Oh, come on. So even with Joe's big backpack, we still weren't able to bring everything, but we brought back some super important things. Oh, we get a free weapon. These are kind of random events, but that's really nice. Found a police baton. So everybody's a little bit hungry. We should have that problem taken care of now that we have crafted some food. So that'll put Joe in the green. Put Sebastian in the green. And put Dianne in the green with a meal to spare. So Sebastian's kind of tired. He's looking a little droopy. We'll let him take a little bit of sleep, a little sleep and a cup of coffee, and he should be good. Dianne, how about you do a little more cooking for us? And Joe, we got 4 cups of coffee. You're about to drink one of them. There you go. He's wired. Time for you to go to one of my favorite loot locations. And that is Old Ballard. Now we've got some fantastic weapons. Go ahead and take the screwdriver and the spiked bat. I'm going to leave the spiked bat and take the baton just in case. Though we do not have a lockpick. That's okay. Old Ballard is several visits, so we're not going to get everything in this first visit anyways, but we do need to remember to craft a lockpick on our next turn. Hey, that being said, I'm gonna cancel his scavenge. I could have him dismantle, but we should have enough for, yes, a weapons workbench and a set of lockpicks. So we're going to spend our day at home crafting. Or our night. Now that's good. Now we are going to have to do some barricade work here. So Joe, I'm going to have you do some dismantling. Where's that dismantling? It's up here. And you'll see the beauty of these boxes. Yes, that just gives us 5 wood. So we're going to have 10 wood just from these 2 crates. And we'll do the jeans later. That means Sebastian, we're going to put you on barricades. Another strategy here would be to go ahead and move shelters. Matter of fact, maybe that would be like if we go here, we see where we could save ourselves some wood. I think that is what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and cancel. And rather than spend wood repairing the barricade here, let's just go to the gas station and move shelter. Now, back to where we were. Let's see, everybody looks like they're a little bit hungry, but Joe's the one we got to worry about most. Well, we got plenty for you. You're back in the green. Diane, you're back in the green. And Sebastian, you'll be back in the green. So since we don't need to work on the barricades today, we're going to go ahead and have Sebastian head over to Old Ballard. And Daphne, I guess we'll save the coffee. We'll let you sleep a little bit. Let's see, I think the bed is over here. Although, what's it take to grow some vegetables? You might have to just... Maybe we should take advantage of this while we have it. So 2 seeds will make 8 vegetables. All right, that looks good. And Joe, yes, let's put you back to dismantling. Where is that dismantling station? Yeah, Joe, you are going to solve our wood problem. Okay, everybody has a job. And like I said, Old Ballard is going to be at least 3 trips. This place is just full of loot. Even if we send Joe back for run number 2. Now, we want to be careful. There is a sleeper right inside the doorway. I did accidentally walk right in this room one time. Oh, sorry. Take everything. Mr. Fumblefingers. Stop that. Now, this should be a stealth kill right here. But I'm going to inch up just in case. Yeah, this is usually a pretty easy stealth kill right here. Now, we'll need these firecrackers later, but I don't believe we'll leave them behind upstairs. Now, this can be tricky. There's a walker who will walk through here. You can time it so that you hide behind the table and then try to jump over the table and catch the walker. It's a pretty quick turnaround. I like to come at this one through the back door, so we're going to leave him or her. Now we have a walker. As I remember, there's a walker through here. Again, we just have to have a little patience. There we go. Now we don't really need that rock. Good, I'm glad we left the rock. And I might just go back and leave. There's another silent kill here, but we have to be careful because this one does turn around. There we go. Let's wait our time. Now there's a stash right here. I think this is where we're going to leave our fireworks because we're not going to need them on this run. Let's take the wood, take the screws. I'm going to leave these pills so that we have some water. And like I said, we're going to go around to the back door here. There's a sleeper in this little greenhouse. Oh, I want to make sure that... Uh-oh. See, that one saw us. That was kind of bad timing. Uh-oh. We're going to have to get this one. Come on. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump over here. Come on. Because there's another clue right there. Now I want to be careful. I do want to loot the greenhouse. But we have to be careful that we now have that. Oh, come on. Let's go ahead and equip our... We did not time that hang down well. He spotted us through the window, but there is a stash right here. It's got some good stuff. And I'm almost thinking we could leave the lockpick behind, so we don't need it until the next level. Let's see what happened to that agitated walker. Oh, he's just right there. Really taking a chance here. I should go ahead and leave and let him calm down. Okay, let's go back up the drain pipe here. Yeah, we'll come back for him. We'll let him calm down. I think this was just the rock, which I don't want to take. And I believe I left the fireworks here. I did. Now I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's another stash up here. Yeah. Now you can try to jump over, or as fiddly as the controls are, sometimes it's just easier to go up on this side like this. I'm going to come back with another weapon for him. I think we're... So we can go out this window. Luckily that one is still sleeping. And off we go. Like I said, this is usually a 3-run location. But we did get some good stuff. We see that Diane is hungry. Not a problem. Got some food. Now they're all three kind of tired, and this is not a great bed. So I think it's time. This is the time to break out the coffee. Start cooking. Sebastian will let you take a bit of a break. Okay. And Joe, time for you to drink some coffee and go back to old Ballard for us. Go back to the drawing board here. All right, we'll take a couple of weapons. We'll take a stealth kill and a heavy weapon, just in case. All right, everybody's got something to do. Off we go. So hopefully that zombie at the back of the first level has kind of calmed down. Now you can jump down from the balcony there, but you can't climb up. Pretty sure we cleared all of that. Yes, we did. Let's go ahead and get our stash through here. I want to just double check. I think the only thing I left over here was the rock. Yes, I did. Okay, let's see if I don't want to make the same mistake twice. I don't want that downstairs walker to see me through the window. I think I have just enough view. Yep, there he is. Wait for him to turn around and walk away. Should have done that the first time. Get all of these goodies. Except for that rock. And let's see if I can't get a stealth kill on this guy. We're just going to hide right here and be patient. There's lots of good foodstuffs down here on the first floor. Here he comes. Look out the window. Doesn't see us. That's great. Come on. Timed it just right. Like I said, I find it a lot easier to make this one than the other way around, to leap over this table. So I'm going to go ahead and open this door. Now, I thought there was a stash here in this kitchen. There is. And why do I leave this door all these doors open on the first floor? It's if I got to run out of here, which is a distinct possibility because there is a zombie that we will trigger for sure, 100%. Oh, that's not. Nope. This way, Joe. Well, let's make sure. Did I get everything? Oh, good thing I double checked. Yep, there's our lockpicks, and we're going to need them. It is possible to go out this window, but you will take some damage from the fall. That's good to know if you need a quick escape route. Here, come on. Come on, Joe. Go down. Now we should have a stealth kill through here. Yep. Oh, our timing was just slightly off. Come on back. Very nice. Some good stuffs. Let's see, what can I leave behind? I'm going to leave the sugar behind. to take these screws. Cloth, not so worried about. We've got some jeans to dismantle. We can fix this. Everything looks good. I do want to take that wood. And here's where our lockpick comes in handy. Check the toilets. Remember, we get some super good stuff here. Stuff I just do not want to pass up. So I am going to leave some important things behind because I definitely want that and that and these kits. So I'm really thinking I could leave, but yeah, I'm going to leave this weapon behind too. So we can take these veggies. This breaks down pretty good too, so especially with Joe's breakdown skills. So we'll leave the addict for our very last run. And that should be able to clean everything up here. Although I am tempted. We probably got 2 whacks left in this, and there's only one more stealth kill. Come on down. Come on, Joe. All right, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. I think the barricades can go one more night. I'm going to go ahead, before I assign everybody, I'm going to go ahead and call it a video here. I try to keep these to about an hour. So if this looks like a good run, if this is your first exposure to the game, I've been playing this pretty much nonstop for the last couple of weeks. Really enjoying it, especially this new option to restart upon death. Makes up for the fact that we don't get any saves. I'm not going to start any cooking or crafting because when I exit the game, I'll just have to start over again in the next episode. Hope you're really enjoying this walkthrough. I'm really enjoying some of these new benefits of the number 3 update, and even looking forward to the new September escape plan that comes out. As always, please take a moment to like and leave a comment. Also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Why not? Lots of videos on this channel. And if you are already subscribed, please do what we can to get the word out. Our goal for this year is to make it to the 1,000 subscriber mark. We seem to be hung around 800 for quite a while now. So let's see what we can do to get in a few more subscribers. As always, thanks for following along, and we will see you in the next episode.